Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive. On the channel, you've seen CEOs in various avatars, in boardrooms talking about profits and margins, at corporate events and lunches. Very rarely do you get to see CEOs don overalls and a hard hat and get their hands dirty. That is exactly the point of On the Line, where we take you inside a manufacturer's facility and show you how an automotive product is put together. Our very first On the Line is with Mercedes-Benz India's CEO and Managing Director, Eberhard Kern. Cap Jamshed in action with him.
Today I'm at the works of Mercedes-Benz, and it's only appropriate that I start with the manufacturer of the world's first automobile. I'm going to see if I can get Eberhard Kern, the CEO of Mercedes-Benz India, to demonstrate to me how a Merc is assembled here at the Chakan plant. The individual I was about to meet had spent over 3 decades with Mercedes-Benz in various countries, departments and designations. And within a year of his tenure as CEO and Managing Director of Mercedes-Benz India, the three-pointed star had jumped from the 3rd place right to the top in the premium segment. Mr. Kern.
Jamshed.
Good to see you again.
Welcome to Mercedes-Benz India.
Thank you so much. Mr. Kern, firstly, I'd like to congratulate you on regaining that most coveted #1 spot in this German three-way battle. How confident are you feeling at this point?
Jamshed, first of all, I would like to thank you and CNBC for being here and looking at Mercedes-Benz in India and at our success story right now. We are quite happy with how it pays out. Mercedes-Benz in India started in the beginning of the year, and we announced that this will be the year of offensive. And we see now, when you work hard, it's always the same. If you work hard and if you do the right things, then it pays out somehow in numbers. And we see it right now. We are happy about what is achieved, but of course it's only a first milestone.
Mr. Kern, on that note, would you mind showing us around the plant? Our viewers would love to see a CEO tell us why he's making the best cars in the world.
Yes, Jamshed, with pleasure. Let's just go there.
While I was coming to grip with the fact that I was being driven around by a CEO in his plant, Mr. Kern let me in on a little secret. He was bound not to drive on Indian roads, even as his wife drives a C-Class here. He then went on to profess his love for open-top convertibles and his family's bias towards Mercedes-Benz cars.
So, welcome, here we are.
While getting onto the shop floor, I noticed the Carl Benz 3-wheeler replica and decided it would make a great frame for the camera if he stood next to it while having a chat. But Mr. Kern had other plans. He not only showed me how to operate the fully functional replica, but he also told me the tale of how Carl Benz's wife, Bertha, drove from Mannheim to Pforzheim in 1886, marking the first long-distance drive in an automobile. Now this wasn't just a humbling sight for us seeing Mr. Kern demonstrate the assembly himself, but even the workers were all astounded to see the top boss in a worker's uniform attempting a bit of honest labor.
And now, most importantly, we fixed it, but it's all about quality. Yeah? So first quality gate is that every worker in the assembly hall checks his own quality. And this is what I'm doing here now by marking the nut over here.
One thing is for sure, that whoever buys these 2 cars is going to be one lucky man. Mr. Kern, you've been quoted saying that this is one of the best Mercedes-Benz plants in the world. What makes this plant so unique as compared to other Mercedes-Benz plants across the world and say plants of other manufacturers in India?
Yeah. This plant where we are here right now, it was inaugurated in 2009. So we are a bit more than 3 years now in here. It's one of the most modern factories we have. Daimler invested 850 crores on roughly 100 acres of land. And what makes this factory so special is the fact that we today produce 5 different models in one factory. This usually you don't have. We started in the beginning with the S-Class, the E-Class and the C-Class, means the Mercedes-Benz sedans. Last year we added the ML, and if you look around how clean it is, it is luxury manufacturing, and we are really proud of this beautiful factory.
Your cars that you mentioned right now, the sedans, and now the ML and the GL being assembled here, is there any particular reason why the MFA platform cars like the A-Class and the B-Class haven't started to being assembled here in this plant?
Yeah, we introduced the A-Class and the B-Class diesel just a few weeks back. At the moment both of the cars come in as a CBU. We haven't decided yet on what additional cars we are going to assemble in our factory here in Chakan in Pune. Okay. You know, right now an extension of production capacity is going on. We are doubling our capacities. Okay. This will be available from the beginning of next year. And in the beginning of next year we will come to a final decision which additional cars we are going to assemble here.
I'm going to guess that he's talking about the GLA and the CLA, which are soon going to come into India probably by next year, and he's talking about expansion of production at this facility. So we will be seeing the assembly of the A-Class and the B-Class and the GL and the CLA classes as well.
This I cannot tell you today, but I think you are not wrong in expecting that the one or the other new generation car will be assembled here additionally to the S, the E, the C, the ML and the GL class. Okay, Tamjid, now it was quite exhausting here in our assembly hall.
Yes.
Let's have a lunch together.
A lot of perspectives were changed on this day, and another one was about to be changed. A lunch setting with a CEO. It's just a wonderful sight to see the top boss share his table with his employees. This is quite interesting to see a CEO having his food along with the worker. Now, is this something just to boost your worker morale, or is this a Mercedes-Benz philosophy?
Oh, it's a kind of philosophy. You know, finally whatever comes out at the end, it's a kind of teamwork. And every single guy in Mercedes-Benz India is as important. It doesn't matter which shop you have. So we do not have any hierarchy if it comes to lunch or even other regulations. We try to be close to each other.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let Mr. Kern have his lunch in peace, and I'm going to have a little bit of a walk around the plant, if you don't mind.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
See you.
Well, we hope you enjoyed watching On The Line as much as we enjoyed filming it. We promise you a lot more action and glimpses into manufacturing facilities across India right here on Overdrive. On that note, it's time for a break.